Well, if it's Thursday morning, it is time for another About Mansfield Consumer Advice Series episode. I'm your host, Steve Casillo. Appreciate you being here today. And today, as we do every Thursday, we talk about your trees because chances are really good that if you're a homeowner here in Mansfield, you own a tree. And today we are talking about how to plan and budget tree and shrub care for any property can be a daunting task, and it's difficult to know where to start, how to focus your efforts, and that's why we bring in the experts, as we do every Thursday. Your friendly neighborhood arborist, Cameron Scott with Bartlett Tree Experts. Cameron, hello, good morning. Welcome back to About Mansfield.
Hey, Steve. Good morning. Good to be here.
And Cameron, as we know, Cameron has an outdoor job, and so with that, he is in his car, and today finds you in Mansfield.
That's right. And I guess I'm pretty close to you. Is that right?
From what you told me off the air, yes, you're actually just right around the corner from my home, and actually about 5 minutes from the studio. So yeah, you're in my neck of the woods.
That's very good.
And speaking of the woods, no pun intended. Well, okay, maybe a little pun intended. We're talking about tree and shrub care plans, and let's get into the basic question: what is a tree and shrub care plan?
Yeah. So our company, Bartlett Tree Experts, we've devised this product. It's called a tree and shrub care plan. And what it does is it just helps homeowners kind of get a sense of what they have on their hands. It provides a roadmap on how to proceed with tree related work. Looking out there, looking at all that work that could be done. It can be a daunting task. And this tree and shrub care plan prioritizes things, identifies major needs, immediate needs, maybe stuff that can be on the back burner for a little bit, and then your maybe more aesthetic or least concern items.
And so let's start with trees then. You go to the property and do an assessment of what types of trees and basically doing a game plan on how to take care of these trees.
That's exactly right. So I'm actually doing one this morning. So I came out this morning. I'm not there on vacation, so I'm not meeting with anybody, but I'm just taking a look around, looking at all trees, looking for any pruning needs, any health concerns, anything that can be done to improve tree health, as well as stuff that can make the property look a little bit better. Maybe it's just framing the house a little bit better between those branches, or getting the branches away from the roof line a little bit.
All right, you mentioned you're out in Mansfield doing a residential property. What properties? Obviously residential. What types of properties are good candidates for a tree and shrub care plan?
So honestly, any property can benefit from a tree and shrub care plan, even if it's just one tree. Really, it provides a roadmap over the next 2 to 3 years on what you're going to be looking at in the way of work. Most of the time, I do them on properties where people have just moved in and they're trying to get a sense of what they have. Or maybe it's a situation where they have multiple properties and they're just not there a lot, so they don't know what state the trees are in. I'll also do a lot of commercial properties. I'm putting together a larger plan over in East Fort Worth for an industrial park. Fort Worth is a pretty rigorous tree ordinance, and that all new developments have to abide by. So I'm providing this tree and shrub care plan as a way of appeasing that ordinance, making sure that the industrial park is doing everything they need to do to promote the health of that green space.
All right. Are these the tree and shrub care plan? Are they expensive?
It depends.
It
It
depends.
just depends on how many trees are included in and the scope of everything. If it was just one tree, that take no time at all, I probably wouldn't even charge. Even 10 trees or less, really, it doesn't really take that much time. Any more than that, though, it starts to eat up my time, and it can range from about $250 all the way up to, thousands, just depending on how many trees we're talking about.
Okay. And in preparing for this interview today, doing some background, I came across a term on the Bartlett Tree Expert website, a term called Arbor Scope. You may be familiar with that, and if so, what is Arbor Scope?
Yeah, so ArborScope is our software that we use to create a tree inventory associated with the tree and shrub care plan. Basically, I go out, mark things on a map, and then later on, once the plan is complete, you as the client would be provided with a link to this map where it's interactive. You can click on the little tree icons. You can see which ones are in good health, which ones are maybe not doing so good, as well as any recommendations and any photos I take while out in the field.
And so if I'm getting an understanding, if I'm getting it correct, you come out, you create the game plan for the client. So you're not actually coming out over and over and over and taking care of the trees. You're creating a game plan for the client to take care of their own trees. Is that right?
Exactly. Some stuff, it's just general recommendations that the homeowner can do themselves. Some of it would be a proposal would follow that with pricing for trimming or fertilization, whatever's needed. And then maybe for the phase 2 items, I might touch base with them 6-8 months later saying, hey, listen, we had this plan together. This is what's next on the docket. What do you think? And just go from there.
And if I recall from past episodes that you and I have done together, so that may require the suspension of branches or the doing soil tests, making sure that you're not doing a volcano of mulch, and these episodes that we do together have expanded my knowledge of trees, and I appreciate that because it's given me a chance to go out into my own yard and see what I've been doing right or wrong in the past, and this is essentially what you're doing to help your clients with the tree.
That's right. That's exactly right.
All right. If someone wanted to reach out. To actually tell you what, before we get into the contact information, because we do have about a minute left. Is there anything else that you want to add, or perhaps recap for the listening audience?
Just that a tree shrub plan could really help you out and get a rein on what you have. Give you an idea of the health status of different things. There might be stuff that you might not be noticing. And things you can kind of clue in on before it becomes like a real big problem, even if it's a minor problem and you might not recognize it. This tree and shrub care plan puts you in the driver's seat to be able to handle that kind of stuff before you're spending thousands on tree removal.
Okay. Cameron Scott, if anybody had any questions about a tree and shrub care plan or about their trees in general, how can they reach out to your friendly neighborhood arborist?
Sure. You can give my office a call at 817-656-8733, or you could shoot me an email at cscott@bartlett.com.
It's Cameron Scott. Appreciate your time. Thanks for being on About Mansfield.
Thanks.